Part
what happened, but I don't know if Arsenio Hall just didn't win the ratings war or what happened.
Part 8. This is part 8. No, Arsenio later admitted, I just wanted to go home, be a dad, just kind of spend time with it. And Arsenio would have lasted, but the whole thing, once Letterman got to CBS and once Chevy Chase went to Fox, that pretty much just pushed Arsenio down. He was pretty much doomed.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a really funny story, though, too. If you ever read the book Late Shift by Bill Carter, they tell that Letterman's going on all these pitches and stuff like that to woo Letterman to come to their network.
Right.
And Brandon Tartikoff, who was his old boss at NBC, was working at Paramount. He was the head of Paramount at the time, and made a pitch to Letterman about joining him and Arsenio, having Letterman and Arsenio team up to come work there, though, too. And they said, I feel like in late night we've already had a success with Arsenio's syndication, so we think it's a perfect match. Arsenio followed by Letterman, or Letterman followed by Arsenio.
Right.
And Peter Rosali, who worked for Johnny Carson for 20 years and then ended up going to work for Letterman, leaned over at Brandon and looked at him and says, Brandon, what the hell are you talking about, those two? Those two are polar opposites.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, yeah, in a way, yeah. But I think Arsenio would have flourished if Letterman had been a 5-night-a-week lead in syndication.
You think so?
Arsenio had those younger viewers, though, too, and so did Letterman.
Yeah. You
get Letterman at 11:30 on most of your 11 or 11:30 at Fox and CBS or ABC or something like that, and then you got Arsenio as a lead-in. You'd have people hooked. It would have been a big ratings bonanza. You would have had young viewers, advertisers, dollars everywhere. They would have been rolling. Dave would have had his office would have been full, wheelbarrows full of cash.
So the older people were watching Leno.
For the most part, yeah. Dave had hooked onto the college crowd back when he was doing his daytime show in the early 80s.
Right.
And then when he hooked onto late night, the younger viewers, because Letterman always said, our audience doesn't have to get up and go to work at 6 or 8, 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So, college crowd, yeah, that's how.
Makes sense. Older, yeah. More late night, younger people.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, there was a joke in the movie Late Shift. Talks about the Leno Letterman more early in the first. One of the first scenes in the movie was a scene with Rod Perth and Howard Stringer, two guys who played it. One of the Peter Jurassic and Ed Begley Jr. And they're sitting there watching tapes of Leno and Letterman. They're thinking, well, we need something to save us in late night because Pat Sajak sure as heck ain't working though too. And they said, yeah. And Jurassic looking over the numbers. Late night's making $70 million a year for NBC. Where's our bloody piece? And then it goes, that would have been Mr. Sajak. Oh no, what a bloody disaster. And they're thinking, oh, what a failure.
That's true. Yeah, Pat Sajak just did not do like.
I've actually watched his old shows. He did not do bad. It just was so.
But he didn't have that.
He had the name, but not the big enough name to really.
I don't think he had that vicious éclat of, like Jay Leno or Letterman or Arsenio Hall. That certain something,
There's a story though too when CBS hired Pat Sajak to do their late night show. For their late night show, he made one demand. He wanted a picture of himself on a billboard on Hollywood Boulevard, and Sajak would come in at noon, hang out, tape the show, and tape from 5:30 to 6:30, and then by 6:45 he was out the door.
Right. Let's see. Famous Johnny Carson gigs was guest stars. Mm-hmm. Whenever they come on and do stuff, the animal guy.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Jim and Joan Lowry from Joan Embry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he would do the gig where he read.
Oh, Karnak.
Karnak, yeah.